That's right. And one of the main factors that I noticed again and again, I spent the last 10 days or so making what seemed to me a very obvious comparison, which would to build our confidence that it was okay to be able to start opening up, which was to say, go back to February 2022, Hong Kong had a huge outbreak and there was over 9,000 deaths, and it was not pretty. It was very difficult. And then 6 months later, or a few months later, around June or so, uh, Taiwan made the decision to open up. And in the subsequent 6 months, Qinbo, they had something over 18,000 deaths. It was parabolic on a chart. This was very scary. But then look at what happened. The third case I want to compare was, look at what happened when we had that very severe outbreak in Shanghai. Now, that was management-wise, that was a debacle. That was very difficult, and we all wish that hadn't happened. However, the fact is, it was a widespread outbreak, but what was different? Very, very low death rate. And also, I remember 90% positive cases they were seeing positive cases were 90% asymptomatic and only 10% symptomatic. And then obviously amongst those 10%, some were severe, but a very low death rate. So China has been spending 3 years. Beijing's been spending 3 years evaluating and assessing this evolving pandemic and the evolving variants, and finally saw this result in Shanghai. Most recently, Chongqing with many thousands of cases, Guangzhou with many thousands of cases, confirming Shanghai. Very, very low death rate. So the government finally could say, we can now pivot from this 100% focus on protecting health. Now, and fortunately we can, because the people are getting frustrated, now we can pivot back to a more balanced situation here in the country.